we're learning is that BJP MP from Delhi, Praveen Khandelwal, who heads the Confederation of All India Traders, or CATE, has written a letter to the Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal accusing big online retailers like Amazon and Flipkart of anti-competitive practices like the preferential treatment of sellers on their platform. So let's understand this story first from Anurag and the contents of the letter, and then we'll go across to our guest who's joining us in a short while. Anurag, take us through the contents of the letter. What is CATE alleging exactly in that letter to the Union Commerce Minister?
A BJP MP from Delhi has accused online retail companies Amazon India and Flipkart of anti-competition practices. Praveen Khandelwal is an MP from the Chandni Chowk constituency and is the Secretary General of Confederation of All India Traders that represents retailers and also kirana shops in the country. Khandelwal has written a letter to Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal, and the letter alleged preferential treatment of sellers and deep discounting and collusions with the key brands. The letter goes on to say that the platforms engage in preferential listings and exclusive partnerships with specific sellers and with brands. The retailers have built exclusive partnership arrangements with brands such as Xiaomi and Realme. Such tie-ups, according to Khandelwal, is creating an unfair market environment, and Khandelwal has demanded the implementation of e-commerce rules, including e-commerce policy in the letter. The letter further goes on to demand action against Amazon India and Flipkart.
All right. Thank you very much, Anurag, for taking us through the contents of the letter. So several allegations that have been made by CATE, which is alleging foul play. It is taking on e-commerce giants and, of course, stated that such tie-ups create unfair market environment. And, of course, to discuss that issue further, I'm now joined by Praveen Khandelwal himself, the Secretary General Emeritus CATE, and of course BJP MP from Chandni Chowk. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us here on ET Now to once again share your thoughts on this matter. While I understand that you've also written a letter to RBI, you've alleged in that letter that you've written to the Union Commerce Minister about anti-competitive practices, preferential listings, amongst a whole host of other allegations that you have made. Have you tried reaching out to these platforms? And secondly, how much of an impact have these alleged practices had on traders over these past few years, sir?
Well, the recent report of CCI, after conducting an in-depth investigation continuously for 4 years, has revealed a nexus between e-commerce platforms and brand owners, as also the banks and other people. We are raising voice since last more than 4, 5, 6 years. And whatever we have said, that these companies are involved in deep discounting, predatory pricing, loss funding, owing inventory, preferential sellers, and everything. It has been duly corroborated, substantiated by the report of CCI. So in the light of the report of CCI and in the larger interest of ensuring fair practices, I have written a communication to Union Commerce Minister, Mr. Piyush Goyal, drawing his attention towards these critical issues, which are making the e-commerce ecosystem quite unfair, non-competitive, and much to the disadvantage of the traditional retailers. Let me tell you, we are perfectly not against e-commerce.
Sir, but when you mention traditional retailers, I want to understand the impact that you think traders are having or will have during this festive season or have had in the past, few years. Can you please elaborate a bit more on the impact?
Well, Sumita ji, we need to understand that there is a cartel between the brand owners and the e-commerce platforms. As per FDI policy, e-commerce platform should be a neutral platform providing or facilitating only technology. Whereas in case of Amazon and Flipkart, whosoever place any order, the order directly goes to Amazon and Flipkart, and they decide to whom the order should be routed through. So why should they decide? The e-commerce platform means it must have the details of every seller there, and let the order directly goes to the seller, and let seller send the material to the person who has asked for it. Whereas in this case, there is a gross violation of FDI policy press note number 2 of 2018. And keeping that point into consideration, we have demanded immediate action against Amazon and Flipkart, as also the brands whose name have been mentioned in this CCI report, which include Motorola, Xiaomi, Realme, and various other mobile retailers. You are talking about the impact. The impact is that more than 1.5 lakh mobile shops have been closed. So it is the impact. So e-commerce cannot be on one-sided. It has to be neutral.
So now, so when you talk about the impact on offline retail, sir, yes, sir, yes. Yes. So what kind of protection do you actually ask for offline traders or merchants?
See, we don't seek any protection. We want the rules prescribed under Consumer Protection Act should be rolled out immediately, as also e-commerce policy should also be rolled